Hi guys, my name is Venexs, and in this video I'm going to see how I made my very own Dream Games character who was rigged and who was also painted on. So let's get started. And before I start, I used Blender 2.8 and I also used an add-on called Rigify, which was free on Blender. So yeah, let's get started. So at first I used a base model for sculpting, which was available on Sketchfab, which was unrigged. Yeah. So after that I did some, covering up some certain body parts, and I also started sculpting something which looked like a suit of armor after being painted. I also used the Symmetrify tool, which was available in edit mode and sculpting mode, so that I don't need to sculpt for two sides. It saved me a lot of time, trust me. If not, it would have taken 2 weeks instead of one. Yeah, I'm saying. So I had no experience in Blender sculpting, so it was very, if it's not looking good, please don't judge me guys, because it's my first time sculpting on Blender. Yeah, it was hard at first, like learning all the tools, but then I then got a bit I had just gone through with it. I did some work in other models as well, so yeah. So I had seen this tutorial where a guy just teaches how to sculpt in Blender, so I used that tutorial in my mind and I used it in my character here. As you can see, I used a lot of layer tool, the pinch tool, and also the smoothing tool. So yeah. So after this I started doing some extras like the hand, the shoulders, and after that I wanted to make hair in Blender, which was quite a challenge, you should say, because all the tutorials I saw were like too much time consuming and I had to make this tutorial far soon enough. But so I tried to do what the tutorial said to do, which was a great tutorial, by the way. I'm not judging anybody. So yeah, at this point I was like, no, this is gonna take me a long time. I'm stopping. This tutorial doesn't suck, but then it's gonna take me a long time. So I used a model from Sketchfab. It was called Dopo Hair, and I used it in my own character. Links in the below, links in the description if you guys want to download this hair. So I am not gonna take credit for any of this. So I wanted my character to look kind of ribbed and a bit in shape, but I didn't want to show that he was totally ripped and stuff. So I carved him with a suit of armor, but then showed that he was in good shape, like he was a bit healthy and stuff. Yeah, I made my game go like to the extreme level. So I did some viewing and stuff, and I wanted to rig my character right now, but I thought of using the tool Rigify. But in game engines don't use animator controllers, which is exactly what Rigify uses. So I was gonna export it as bones, which you'll see how I did that. So after me trying to learn how the tutorial was saying, I literally could have given up, because I seriously didn't understand any single piece. Like, I tried this, I tried that, but then I didn't get the same result as this guy did. So I thought, how do I change the pivot point? I was a very noob in Blender, so I didn't know what the tools were and stuff. So yeah, forgive me if I'm wrong and stuff. So please don't judge me, guys. Don't put some hate in the comments, please. So me, I tried to do a lot of stuff. I tried to use edit mode, object mode, and stuff. In the tutorial, it was like, it's either the tutorial didn't work or either that I was doing something wrong, because but I was following all the steps in the tutorial. So I was like, I think there's something wrong with me. I think he has a setting on which I don't. It was a nightmare. But at this point, everything started to work quite well and stuff. Just took a small break and just relaxed. And after that, I quickly went back into tutorials. And yeah, again, I was like, no, rigging is taking too long, so I'm gonna do some shading. I'm gonna do some painting. So I saw how to UV unwrap. Then I saw how to texture paint. So the UV unwrapping, I was like, so is this UV unwrapping? Because there was no loading bar and stuff. So yeah, and yeah, my model was actually purple. So I checked what that was, and I saw how to draw beginners, and I followed that tutorial and it worked. But then it was symmetrical, so but I had a design which was symmetrical to everything, so I was not a professional texture designer and stuff, so forgive me and stuff. So I tried doing what this guy did. Yeah, it didn't work, but then I looked how to rig and stuff, because texturing was not working and rigify was not working. I was like, okay, let's how to rig it with bones. Then I was like, done. I can't rig with bones, but my head was like exploding. But then I finally figured out how to texture paint, and yeah, as you can see, the texture paint actually kind of looked good, like fantastic. I mean, yeah, it kind of looked good and stuff. And again, I started to rig, but this time I was determined. So I didn't mess up anything. I used my own way to do it, and yeah, it worked out pretty well. And I had to shape all the arms and the bones. So first I had to delete the face, because we're not going to do facial face movement, because our character obviously has a mask and he doesn't have eyes and mouth. Yeah, it might sound rude, but then that's the fact of it. So yeah, at first I deleted the face as much as I could. I deleted the ears, I deleted all the things. So yeah, pretty good. And I started with the hardest part ever, aligning the bones with the fingers, which was actually hard. And I also put the symmetrify on, so that it could be easier for me to do and stuff. Yeah, everything actually worked quite well. So this is me trying to texture paint and learning from my texture paint. I know it's a bit odd, just me putting this footage in between rigging, but then people might be like, no, you didn't do the texture paint. So yeah, I did the texture paint. So I made the look kind of alienatic, because my story is based on that, and I will tell what the story is in this video itself in the ending, so make sure you stick for that. Yeah, so me, and at this point in texture paint, I wanted to have a golden look. And the point I was doing golden look was the point I was like, no, I'm not gonna do rigify again. Yeah, I might be sometimes distracted at times, so I just drew a golden line across all the shapes I drew. Yeah, so yeah, it worked out quite well. And I did some final testings of how it looked. I didn't draw a line on the big piece because it was big, the big drawing in the middle. I didn't draw that because it was so big I couldn't do anything. But then I drew it anyway, because you need to draw every nook and corner. But I didn't draw one line, which I thought that it looked okay, because you can't just put gold on everything, right? That's my opinion. I don't know what your opinion are. Links down below, and there's a form down below that says if I need to put the gold everywhere, or put gold in only one place. So you could just vote down there. Feel free to share me and stuff. So yeah, it all worked fine. And at this point, I was trying to paint on stuff to make some more adjustments, but I figured I couldn't for some reason, which was sad. Yeah, sad. Yeah. So as at this time of recording, I had lost a lot of footage due to data corruptions, video corruptions, and stuff. So yeah, it was a bit sad. Now at this point, I started rigging again. Yes, you could be like, this is the third time you said that you started to rig. Guys, don't judge me. I'm trying to rig here, okay? And as you can see, I was doing some stuff on Discord, and I was also searching for something. Yes, and I found it. How to fix some errors. I got some errors actually during rigging, so I saw how to fix it. It was because I had some stupid earpieces in my face bone, which I forgot to delete. So after that, it was time to generate rig, but then I had another error which said I had some stupid bone. And yes, I deleted that bone, and yes, I thought it was gonna work perfectly fine, but then there was something else. Some spine wasn't aligned right, so I searched again. So at this point, I found this forum which said that you need to reattach the spines, and yes, I did that with quite ease eventually, because my god, rigging is a hard process. So after that, the rig was done, and it looks so good. I mean, as you can see right now, the character looks so good. I did some more add-ons and stuff. I put some more colors, new design, which I had in my scrapbook. The character looks amazing. I love it. I don't know what you guys think, but I seriously love it. My favorite character which I've made. So at this point, you might be wondering what the story is. The story is like, kid finds an alien suit and wears it to become this superhero, and he fights crime, and he stumbles upon a big villain who tries to shape reality to his will, and that goes on big trouble. Yeah, the story goes on like 4 hours, so the rest of the story will be told in the next episode. But then it's a superhero story. It's a dimensional scientific story. You guys are gonna love it. I'm sure of that. So hopefully you guys like the story, enjoy the game which I'm gonna release, and hopefully enjoy this video, because I want your suggestions. And you can check out my Instagram, p.s.phoenix underscore studies. Yeah, it's a weird name, but then you can subscribe or see my Instagram. See ya.